How decentralized is Akash's validator nodes or are Akash's validator nodes? Could AWS or Hetzner shut down Akash Network?
Good question. So, Akash, we haven't done detailed analysis on the actual full nodes, but somebody did a check on the RPC service, I believe. Um, and there was a report I saw recently that indicated most of validator nodes, not providers, validator nodes are actually running on Hetzner. So I was a little into surprised by this fact, right? Because I would imagine if you're a Akash validator, you would not be running on a centralized provider. But looking into it, Hetzner so far has been, a pretty good provider for the most part. I mean, they're bare metal provider. They're cost efficient. They don't charge for bandwidth, I believe. I mean, or they have a fixed rate for bandwidth. And now they announced that they're going to, ban crypto. So, I would imagine most validators on Akash, Akash validators should move away. And they can't really use Akash because, that'll get into an extremely complicated situation if something were to go wrong, right? So Akash validators running on Akash means it means a meta deployment, and that'll be something crazy. Maybe some portion of it can run on Akash, but I wouldn't like, encourage the actual full node to be running on Akash itself. Because when things go wrong, the validator is supposed to, you know, fix the chain, and if they're fixing a chain that they're hosted on, it'll get into all kinds of unknown problems. I don't even know what kinds of stuff is going to happen, right? So anyway, so it's a little complicated for Akash validators itself to use Akash. I mean, they can use the ancillary infrastructure. I mean, for RPC nodes and all that stuff running on Akash, that's great. So they're like forced to like choose, a bare metal provider, and they'll choose Hetzner. Hetzner so far has been really good. I don't know why they all of a sudden decided to not support crypto in general, but it's a really good provider if for lack of for the part other than banning crypto. So so is it decentralized? Absolutely decentralized. I mean, they're hosted on a, Hetzner could, essentially, once Hetzner announced ban, they started buying new hardware, putting their in colos, and like I don't have a problem of validators, using bare metal service. It's a little more expensive, of course, but it's definitely secure. So I think finding a co-located data center to host your node is a perfectly good way. It's fully decentralized. It's permissionless. We don't, it could improve on the Nakamoto coefficient, and I like to see a lot more smaller providers get a bigger share. I think there's a huge gap between the top provider, top validator, which is Kava Labs. I think they have like 15 million AKT, delegated to them. That's a lot. So, and they have a lot of power. And the smaller guy has about 77,000 AKT delegated to them. So I encourage people to go delegate to smaller providers than one single large one. So we still need to improve on the Nakamoto coefficient factor, but other than that, things very, very decentralized.